Let's discuss parking studies and accident studies in format of objective questions in the subject highway engineering. The first question is saying aspect or aspects of parking studies is or are. Okay, there may be one or more than one. Demand of parking, then demand and characteristic of parking, then demands and space inventory of parking, or all of the above. That is demand, characteristics, and space inventory of parking. See, let's see each term one by one. When we are talking about parking demand, it is associated with duration of parking, then space occupied at different times of the day in the parking by a vehicle or by a specific class of vehicle, let's say. Then let's talk about characteristic. It is all about parking pattern. It is about interference with the traffic flow. It is occupancy of the road by parking or parked vehicle with respect to time of the day. Then space aspect is the optimization of space required for parking with respect to its demand and actual application or actual use of parking space. Okay, therefore all the three terms, that is demand, then space inventory, then characteristics, are the three aspects of parking studies. Therefore option D should make the right answer. All right, let's go to question number next. Maximum number of vehicles can be parked in fill in the blank degree curve parking, and we have been provided with 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. See, when we are talking about a road and on which a space is reserved for parking, then this 90 degree parking or perpendicular parking has the maximum space for parking of vehicle. Okay, but the problem with 90 degree parking is it requires more space in this direction, in transfer direction, in perpendicular direction. And the problem with this parking is a driver cannot directly or easily park his vehicle, means maneuvering parking and getting the vehicle back from this 90 degree parking is kind of difficult. It interferes with the road flow. Okay, it interferes with the traffic on the road. Okay, therefore when we are saying that a road is provided with perpendicular parking or 90 degree parking, then rate or probability of accident is more, because one vehicle may be reversing its direction for joining the flow of traffic while coming back from parking, and it may cause an accident over there. Okay, therefore although number of vehicles can be parked more in 90 degree parking, but it is not easy. Okay, it is not easy to maneuver, it is not easy to operate. Okay, it is called as 90 degree parking, or let's say generalize it, perpendicular parking. Then considering parking space, maneuvering space and less accident probability and convenience of parking, the best angled curve parking is 45 degree parking. Okay, 45 degree parking looks something like this. Let's say this is vehicle number 1 is parked over here, then 2, then 3, then 4. See, optimum space is occupied, then easy parking and removal. One can park his vehicle easily, and removal of the vehicle or retrieving the vehicle back to get into the direction of flow is easy in case of 45 degree parking. That's why probability, the rate, the chances of accident are lowered in this case of 45 degree parking. Okay, then parallel parking space is preferred when do we prefer parallel parking space? Yes, answer is D. Less curb parking width and street width is available. Okay, we do it when less curb parking and street width is available. Let's say this is the road, and over which if we try to have perpendicular parking or 90 degree parking, it is going to occupy so much space of the road. In that case, what we can do, we can have a parallel parking. Okay, vehicle will be directed along the length of the road. Okay, they will be parked like this. Okay, this will be the direction of parking. Now what is happening here? Less space is being occupied by the parked vehicle. Okay, this is what parallel parking. And if the vehicle parking direction is like this, it is called as what? Perpendicular parking or 90 degree parking. Okay, the question is saying advantages of off-street parking are. Okay, let's first understand what off-street parking is. For example, this is a road and this is the marketplace. Then a space will be provided for parking separately alongside the road. Okay, then advantages. Let's see if the advantages are provided in the option. Option A is saying no congestion or delay in traffic. Yes, when traffic is separated from the road width, then there will be no congestion or delay in the traffic because of parked vehicle. Okay, then less distance from parking space and desired location. See, when we are saying that we have to park a vehicle over here, let's say all the parking lots are taken, we have to park the vehicle on the last slot, then obviously more distance is to be crossed for going to the desired location. That's why more time will be required, more distance, more time. Therefore option B is not the advantage. Then let's talk about economy. See, we are providing a separate spacious lot for parking of vehicle. For this small thing, we are allocating a large space over there. That's why it is not causing any economical advantage. Therefore it is a disadvantage of off-street parking. That's why it is not advantage. Let's cut it. That's why option D cannot be the answer. Option A is the only one right answer. That advantage of off-street parking is no congestion or delay in traffic takes place. Then basic element in a traffic accident are basic element or elements in a traffic accident are road user and vehicle. Correct. Then road and its condition. Correct. Environmental factors and weather. Yes, also right. Therefore all these factors and several other factors are there which are involved in or as elements of traffic accident. Okay. Then following is not a cause of accident from a road condition. Let's see what are the road condition causes. Pothole is a road condition which may cause accident. Okay. Then slippery surface is also a road condition which may cause accident. Then ruts are also road condition that may lead to happening of an accident. Then the final thing, inadequate sight distance. See, when we are talking about inadequate sight distance, it is involved in planning and design and construction of the road, not condition of the road. That's why option D makes the one which is not a cause of accident from a road condition. Okay. Then which of the following records are useful in order to compare accident pattern before and after the remedial measures are taken? Okay. See, location file, condition diagram, collision diagram and spot maps. Let's first see what these specific diagrams and maps and files are. When we are talking about location file, it is the details of accident, record keeping of accident. Then condition diagram means physical condition of the roads are noted down in condition diagram. Spot maps are general details of the area which is prone to accident or over which lot of accident have been taken place. Then the collision diagram, path of vehicle and pedestrian which were involved in the accident, okay, that were involved in the accident are noted, are detailed in collision diagram. That's why when we are talking about comparison of accident pattern before and after the remedial measure taken on the road or the road section are better understood in collision diagram. Okay. In collision diagram, for example, this is a cross section, this is a square on which 4 roads are meeting, over which some symbols are kept. For example, a symbol may be showing skidding of the vehicle, or one symbol may be showing direct head-on impact of the vehicle. All these locations are marked with such symbols. Okay, several symbols are associated with the type of accident, the mode of accident on that specific spot. It is what? Collision diagram. Then which of the accidental records, which of the accident records may be combined together? Can we combine location file and spot map? No use. Then spot maps and collision diagram? No. Spot maps and condition diagram? No. What about condition diagram and collision diagram? Yes. See, we can combine these two data. Condition diagram shows what? It shows the physical condition of the road, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether some potholes are there. And collision diagram shows what? Path of the vehicle and pedestrian which were involved in the accident. Therefore, if we combine these two data, we can come to know whether the condition of the road, potholes are there, ruts are there, simply slippery surface is there. This data may be directly, indirectly related to that specific accident. Therefore, by combining these two diagrams, we can come to know how the accident took place and we can suggest the remedial measures over there. Okay, that's why condition diagram and collision diagram can be combined together in order to improve the road network, in order to take the remedial measures. Okay, then accident rates can be reduced by using. What we can do for lessening the number of accidents? See, there are 3 E's. These are 3 E's. In option we have been provided with 3 E's, which are engineering, enforcement and education. Now let's see what engineering consists of. Design of the vehicle, design of the road, maintenance of the vehicle, maintenance of the road, studies regarding accidents, improvement or suggestions or rectification in the design of the road or design of the vehicle are the things which are involved in engineering aspect of accident studies. Then enforcement, strict traffic laws, regulation over speed, over traffic volumes are considered in enforcement. Then education, driving morals, safety measures are the things which are considered in educating the road user, that is driver or pedestrian or both. Okay, therefore 3 E's, that is engineering, enforcement and education, are the aspect of accident studies. That's why all of the above should make the right answer. Then engineering measures used for reducing accident rates are, what we can do to reduce the accident by taking engineering aspect. Is it speed control? No. Speed control is a enforcement measure. Is it road lighting? Yes. The design, the condition of the road can be improved by having a proper road lighting. Then what about traffic control device? It is again an enforcement measure. Okay, speed control, traffic control device are enforcement measures. Okay, enforcement aspects. Therefore option B is the one. Then preventive maintenance of vehicle is a measure taken under fill in the blank for reducing accident rates. It is again engineering measure. Okay, regarding maintenance, regarding design, regarding all the characteristics associated with vehicles are under engineering aspect of accident studies. It is not enforcement or education. All right. So that was all regarding the accident and parking studies. If you like the video, please press thumbs up. If you want PDF of the question that we discuss in the video, do go to Telegram channel of Simplified Learning, and in the file you will find the PDF. Okay. Also follow on the Hindi channel, that is Civil Engineering Hindi, Simplified Learning, and do follow the Instagram page which is Simplified Learning Civil. Till then, take care. Bye bye.